Traversing a dictionary. Today's programs will be based on this, and you may have the programs on update also. Let us see the programs. Okay. Yesterday I had shown you by using the for in operator. Okay, using for loop, some kinds of this thing what you call the dictionary traversing. Today also we will do the iteration. Okay, in order to demonstrate the uh, traversing, all right, iteration. I mean, the traversing a dictionary means accessing each element of a dictionary. This can be done by using for loop, while loop. I yesterday also we have done this one. One of this kind will be like this. Okay, okay. Iterating like this. Okay, you can see out here. This is also one kind of traversing. So when we had done this one, okay, we had got it in this way. This is actually element by element the movement of the control. Okay, how it is going to the different element of the dictionary and how the different elements are being printed. This is what the traversing is. So yesterday we had done this one, and today we will do little develop program. So little more develop than this. Okay, so let us open one file. Okay, that's a new file. Okay, so this is a program to input total number of section and stream name in 11 class and display all the information on the output screen. This is the purpose of this program. Okay, so input total number of sections and stream name in 11 class and display all the information. So we are creating a dictionary out here. Class name is class xi 11. All right, 11 equals to dict. Okay, we are using the dict method in order to creating the dictionary. Now we're taking a variable n and then input. Okay, input what? Enter total number of section in standard. Okay, 11. All right. So now I'm taking I equals to 1 out here. Okay, here we are using the while loop. Yesterday we had done the for loop as I had shown you previously. Now we are using the while loop. So this is also another loop structure. While I less than or equals to n, okay, then what is happening? A equals to input. Okay, input, and then we are writing out here enter section. All right, enter section, then close the bracket, and then b equals to input again in the same way. Writing out here enter stream name. All right. Okay, so these two have been entered. Okay, and next what we are doing, class class xi class 11 is equals to, okay, a, okay, equals to how much, what is there, b. Okay, that is the thing. That means 11a, 11b, 11c, in that way it will go, and we are just getting it I equals to I plus 1. So it has been indexed. Okay, you can say that it has been indented. I mean I equals to I plus 1. Now you are coming over here. Okay, print. Okay, print. Then we are writing out here class. Okay, then comma. Then we are giving out here escape sequence, that is the slash t, that is the tab key actually. Okay, comma, and then we are writing out a section out here, section, and then comma. Again we are writing out here what, slash t, that is the tab key. Okay, comma, and then we are writing out here stream name. Okay, what is the name? Stream name. All right. So these steps have been shown you practically, so you should not have any kind of problem while doing the practical. All right. Now you see out here, this have been given outside the loop, because when we have given the comments which are inside the loop, that had followed this indentation. All right. So if you are violating the indentation in program while doing the practical, you will get definitely the error message. Okay, wrong index or something like that. Now this one is outside the loop, so we have printed out here. Now what is the things? Again, one more for loop we are taking. It's a mixture actually. For I in what class x, class 11, putting the colon. Okay, follow this. When I'm pressing enter, the cursor is going and fixed to a particular position. This is the index position. All right. So you cannot take it in other place and then write the command. Okay, you cannot do so. Okay, so print what you are doing. Now out here I'm writing out here capital 11. Okay, then comma, then slash t, sorry, slash t to be written in small letter, slash t to be written in small letter. Okay, fantastic. Now what we will do, then I we will write, then comma we will write, then we will write what, class, sorry, class, and then xi, and then in the bracket we will give here I. So by element this one will be printed. All right, for I in, then the first element, second element, in this way it will be printed. Okay, sections in this thing, enter section, enter stream name. All right, class 11, how many sections are there and how many streams are there? Okay, all right. So now this thing actually been finished. Okay, so 11, then slash t, then I, then stream name, and then section also to be printed out here. Okay, that is the thing, and then class 11 has to be printed. All right. Now the thing is that you have to do it in such a way that this one will print, extract all the data from the particular dictionary and print it in tabular format. Okay, we are executing this program now. Okay, let's see what is happening. Okay, so now I'm seeing out here iteration, iteration in, sorry, in dictionary. Okay, fine. Now what is happening? Enter total number of sections. So I'm giving out here 5 sections are there. Okay, all right. Enter section. So I'm giving out here A. Okay, section A. Then enter stream name. What I'm giving out here, science with bio. Okay, CSCINC, science with what, bio. All right, finished. Next is going out from what, enter section. Then I'm giving a B, and then enter stream name. Then I'm giving out here humanities with eco. Okay, fine. Then I'm giving out here C, and then pressing enter stream name. Okay, humanities with all signs. Okay, all C. All right. Next is D. Okay, next is D. Then what I'm having, science with maths. Okay, maths. Okay, clear. Enter E. Then what is happening, I'm giving out here commerce, commerce with accountancy, SCCT. Okay, then yes, finished. All right, so now you see out here this has been printed in this way. All right, section, then stream name, and then it has commerce class, then section has come, and then section with bio, everything has been printed in this way. Clear? So this is what the output of this particular program. All right, so whatever we have created, these particular things have been gone into the dictionary, and afterwards what is happening, this particular thing has been uh, printed, okay, along with key value pair by using the dictionary. So what is happening, this particular program will tell you how to create a dictionary by using the for loop and while loop, and by using the dict command. All right, that's what the program is actually been said. Okay, this is the program to create a dictionary. So you have seen it very nicely. Okay, you will be able to understand. So here I plus 1 is actually the counter of the while loop. A equals to input enter section you are entering, and input enter stream name, that was also you are entering, and 11 a 11 xi class xi a equals to b, means that is the key value pair actually. Okay, and then this one is class 11. Okay, that is their class, it is coming xi only, that is the thing. Understood? So let's see now once more, just we will execute this program and we will see once. Okay, so you are giving out here, say section is 3. Okay, section A. All right, A. So then from where it is coming, yeah, said stream name is humanities. Humanities. Okay, first I'm giving another set of this thing B. Okay, so what is the thing, commerce, and what else, it is C, and then we're getting out here the science, and then finished, then printing. All right, so humanities, science, commerce has come A, C, and B. All right, so it has been given science for C, B for B for commerce, and A for humanities. All right, that is the thing. So in this way, you will be able to display the dictionary and all. All right. So that is the thing. So now let's see some other programs onto this. Uh, this particular, let's see, we'll open it once more. Okay, and we will come to that. Yeah. So now let's see. We know that appending values in the dictionary is a kind of thing. We can add new elements to the existing dictionary, extend it with single pair of values, or join two dictionaries into one. All right. If we want to add only one element to the dictionary, then we should use the following method. What is the following method? We have to give a command like this: dictionary name. This is the syntax. Dictionary name, then you have to give the key value. Okay, this is the syntax actually, and then you have to give the value, key then value. This is the format. Okay, dictionary name key, then value will be given out here. Okay, this is just the syntax. You will leave it like that because I have placed it over here, that's why. So this is not syntax. This is actually syntax error on the basis of when I had pressed enter that has come out. But this is the format actually in how you have to get it. All right. Let's say we are taking one dictionary now. Say D1, or I'm taking week. Week. Week equals to what? Then single bracket, and then I'm taking out here first. Okay. First, and then I'm giving out here Monday. All right, and then comma. What I'm giving out here second, second, and then out here I'm giving out what? Sorry, I'm very sorry, not this one. I'm giving out here Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday, and then third. Okay, third I'm giving out here third, and that is I'm giving out here Wednesday, and these are the things that I have given. This one I'm closing the dictionary out here. So this week has been added. Okay, clear? Now the thing is that what I should do is, now when I'll print this week, it will be show me the dictionary in this way. Fine, this is the dictionary. Now I will add it. Okay, so what is the thing? D1. Then what I had said to you, D1, then the key name, and then I'm saying out here fourth. Okay, fourth I'm adding. Okay, no, sorry, D1. It is given week. No, week. Week. Then what has to be given? Fourth. Okay, fourth day I want to append. All right. Then I will give out here equals to then value. Okay, so this one I'm following dictionary name key and then the value. What is the value? Value is say I'm giving Thursday. Okay, Thursday, and then what is happening out here? This has been added. All right. Now I am giving week. You see the dictionary WWK week. So Wednesday, second Tuesday, fourth Thursday. It is actually sorted order. That's why it is coming in this way. But it has been added out here as fourth as Thursday. This is what the appending says. Okay. So we can add new elements to the existing dictionary, extend it with a single pair of values, or join two dictionaries into one. That is what the appending. Okay, that is actually the appending or the joining. Okay, so you can update also in a particular this thing, what you call in a dictionary. Suppose I'm taking a dictionary for here, say D1 I'm taking, sorry, D1. Okay, and D1 equals to, I'm taking out here, say Tina. Okay, Tina is of 18 years of age. Okay, then say Ria. Ria is of 12 years of age, and then say Ajay. Ajay say he's of 13 years of age, and say Alia. Alia Alia is of say 14 years of age, and then say Ramesh. Uh, Ramesh is of say 15 years of age. All right, this is the dictionary that I have created. Okay, now the thing is that, all right, this is the dictionary I have created. Then what is happening? DICT, no, sorry, D1 equals to D1. Then I'm giving the key pair out here, Ajay, and then I'm giving the value out here. Ajay is 12 years of age. No, he's of just 8 years of age. All right. So it is 08. I'm giving out here and then pressing enter. Sorry, invalid token. Just a minute. I'll come down to here. Once just will coming down over here. Okay. So let's see. Then D1 is Ajay. Ajay, Ajay, placing here, okay, equals to 8. Okay, 0 will not be accepted. That's why invalid token error message has appeared. Okay, D1, now you check out Ajay is 13. Now I have updated it to 8. All right. So what is the thing? Ajay has become 8. Previously it was 13. All right. That is the thing. So this is the way to what do you call to update a particular dictionary value. Okay, so the thing is that this is actually immutable. This key pair is immutable, whereas the value can be mutable in dictionary. That's what it is proving. All right, that's the thing. So two dictionaries can be merged into one using update method. It merges the keys and the values of one dictionary into another, and one is the value of the same key. This like that. Okay, so now for this one, what we are doing, we are actually taking one dictionary. That is what a simple dictionary we are taking 1 colon 10, all right, and then we will be taking what comma say 2 colon 20, 2 colon 20, comma 3 colon 30. All right, this is a dictionary has been taken, and another dictionary it will be taken in this way. Say we have taken 4 comma 40, sorry, colon 40, and then comma 5 colon 50. All right, and this has been closed. All right, so another dictionary has been created. So let us see D1. Okay, now we are doing out here update, update, and then writing D2 out here. D1 update D2 out here. Okay, then I'm pressing enter out here, so the updation will take place. Okay, and now I'm doing out here D1 only. You can give print D1 also, doesn't matter. If you give D1, that one also will be appearing. Okay, so the thing is that D1 has been added, the D2 values has been added into one. You can see it clearly. So all the practical documentation is there, so you can understand it very nicely. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Fine. So that is the thing. So now if you are just pressing D2, then you will see the D2 remains as it is. Okay, when I have given the update command, it has added with this one. Fine. So that's the way to do the practicals whenever you are viewing this particular video, and then you can pause it and see it and what is exactly the thing is happening, and you can listen the explanation also, so you will be able to understand what is actually going on in Python. All right, so this is the way that I have shown it to you today. Okay, now you see that if you want, you can remove a particular array also, so a particular value also. How could you do that? Okay, first of all, you highlight. I'm taking this one actually, this array only. Okay, I'm taking out here. So now what is happening? This one is actually, I will take it away. Okay, just a minute. I will take it away. Yeah, stored it over here. Now reopen it. Okay, I'll reopen it. Now see, I will write another dictionary out here. D1 equals to, or just write week, week out here. Week equals to, I'm taking again here, say then Monday. Okay, Monday means here I'm taking Monday. All right, Monday, then Tuesday, I'm taking out here, say Tuesday. All right, Tuesday, and then say comma, then say I'm taking out here Wednesday, wait, and then say colon, I'm taking Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Okay, and then say Thursday also I'm taking. Okay, THU Thursday, and I'm taking sorry, THU, okay, colon, comma. Actually, it has not been closed out here. That's why Thursday and THURS. When is something unusual will happen, you can understand by seeing the color. Okay, you follow the color. That's why very nicely, and not get puzzled. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, so you do it plain, nothing will happen. So this is the dictionary that we have chosen, that we have taken, and then if you give the week, then what will happen? The dictionary will be printed. Now, what you want to do, that I want to I want to delete this thing. So what is the thing using del command? What is the del? This is the syntax I'm talking to. Then dictionary name. Okay, what is the name? Dictionary name, and then in the bracket you give the key. The item will be deleted. Okay, we can remove item from the existing dictionary by using del command, or by using the pop method also. Okay, so pop method is also there. Okay, so we are just coming now. This is the comment that I have shown to you. I have erased it, and now I will do the things del, and then say I will give the dictionary name. What is the name of the dictionary? Week. Okay, and then you give which key you want to remove. Say I want to remove weight, so I will give weight. Okay, it is case sensitive, it must match. Okay, remember, otherwise it will not be deleted. Okay, dull weak weight. Okay, it has gone. Now what is the thing? Weak. Okay, you give here, you see that weight is not no longer available. Understood? So this is the way to del. Okay, the similar thing you can do, say by using the pop. Okay, so del and then pop, you can use pop, and you can use here, say I'm using Monday. Okay, Monday. All right, and then say closing it. Okay, so both the things are functioning in the same way. The thing is that del pop one pop is not defined. So maybe is there is a version conflict maybe there. Pop method is actually does the same thing, but not in this version maybe. So I'm opening out here the another version. Wait, I will open out here Python 3.7. All right, now you see we'll do that. Okay, so that's why some commands are working in this thing, and some commands are working in what do you call, in 3.7. All right, so that's the thing. So so here we will just write here week. Week, I'm just taking a value out here, say Monday, Monday, and then say Monday. All right, Monday, and then say comma, and here, so sorry, this one we will take here Monday, Tuesday, then say Tuesday, and then comma, then say Wednesday, and then say Wednesday. Different programs are there, and then say I'm taking THUR Thursday, and then THURSTAY Thursday. All right, this has been created now. So you can see out here WWK week. Sorry, WWK. So C has come. WWK week has been printed. Now you see the dict name. What is the dict name? Week. Week dot pop, and then you can see the key value pair into it. What is the pop? Pop means you can give here, say Tuesday. All right, Tuesday, and then say you can give out here, simply enter. Tuesday has been deleted and it's been popped up also. That is the difference between the del command. If you are using the del, sorry, and now let us see the week. Let us understand what is actually the thing. Okay, so the thing is that week, and then say I will print it. It is showing me Monday, Tuesday. No longer this thing is there. Tuesday is available. Now if I'm doing the del, then week, and how I have to give, I have to give it in the this thing, what you call, in the square bracket. You see the difference between del and pop, it will be very clear to you. Say I'm giving out here Thursday or Wednesday, I'll give it to Wednesday, okay, WD. So the key to be entered, and the thing is that entering. Okay, so the thing is that now you give your week, then what is happening? This has gone. Now you watch it carefully. When we have popped it up, then what is happening? The Tuesday has been popped up and deleted, but it has been displayed also. But with the del, it is not showing anything. Okay, and moreover, we have to give the pop in the pair of parentheses. All right, and here we have to give the pair of brackets. So in this way, by using the del and pop command, we can easily remove the elements from a dictionary. Okay, that is the thing. So you must understand also. The question may come also. What is the difference between pop and del? Okay, what does the pop do? A particular key is not there, then it will result key error. You remember, if you are giving such a key, it will displayed as key error. And what I was talking about, the pop and del, the main function, pop has to be given in first bracket, that is parenthesis, and here the key has to be given in third bracket, that means square bracket, and pop will display the value that has been deleted, whereas del will not do so. Okay, that is the difference. So today this much I'm finishing it up with, and you must go through the entire video and must implement this content into practical. All right, okay, thank you.